What's poppin', everybody? I'm Mike.
I'm Brian.
And this is Hoopin with Mike and Brian. And welcome back to another episode. And, dude, we are in the end game.
It's crazy, man.
It's crazy. The NBA season is coming to an end. We only have 3 games left in the NBA season. Before we start going into our regularly scheduled podcast, Mike, or Mike. You're not Mike. I'm Mike.
I think you're Mike,
Yeah. Brian, how you been?
Hey, I've been great, man. I've been, just focusing on school, the last couple weeks of the semester, so
I know.
much of school, man.
We are almost in our own game.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Time's flying. Seems like yesterday we were here in early November, late October doing the podcast. Here we are, It's crazy, man. But I've been good, man. I've been, just been schoolwork, been doing the podcast, radio stuff. But hey, man, how things on your side, man?
Things are good on my side. Everything's starting to get control. Everything's been going well. Classes, even though I'm now pretty much back online as well. But pretty simple, easy going. But yeah, everything's kind of going back in line. I'm kind of waiting for how the summer goes and everything. But I'm excited. I'm excited for everything. It is crazy to think back in early November we just started this thing. Look where we're at now.
Crazy.
Episode 16.
It's crazy, man.
Almost a 20, man.
It's crazy. I don't even know what else to say, but before I forget, I just want to make sure we shout out our socials. But we're, as you guys know, out on all platforms, but we're also on YouTube at Hoopin with Mike and Brian. Also on Instagram and TikTok, the same username at hoopin.mb, and we're also on Twitter at hoopin_mb. Any love, we appreciate all the love and support, and it's up from here.
Yeah, most definitely. That's all we do. It's all we keep going up. And a little special shout out to our editor.
Andre.
Films by AD
Yes,
on Instagram and everything. Please give him a follow and everything. He works very, very hard. My man is right now on a deep grind.
Yeah.
With lacrosse and everything, and that man is the wizard, man.
Does it all, man.
Does it all, and he's very, very talented with the work and with the media, and just helping us out and being. Dope guy. So shout out to my boy Dre, and I hope everything's going well, and I hope we can keep doing our amazing content that we put out every week that we're gonna keep trying. So, but let's get into it, man. We are in the end game for this NBA. We're MVP talk seems like it's done now after a certain performance. We have still, even at the end, 3 games left. We still have playoff berths still being clinched. There's literally only one team in the West that's clinched a playoff berth, and it's not even who you think. And there's only about 4 teams in the East that have clinched a playoff berth. 5, technically.
Yeah, Knicks.
No, I was talking about the Bucks.
But
that's because they're just,
but actually, I just saw a report. Anthony Davis is doubtful for tonight's game.
And that is pretty much almost the matchup of tonight.
Yeah, why don't you tell them what's on the line, Mike?
Tonight. Oh, Lord. So we're going to go straight into that. But, tonight, since it's pretty much almost a headline amongst everybody recently with the Lakers' amazing recent play going into the playoffs. But tonight, the Lakers have a chance to take it from the people that live right under their basement.
Yeah. Oh, that's how we refer to it now?
Oh, is that how we? Is that? Oh, my bad.
Clippers on top. They've been on top the last couple of years.
Okay, yeah, you're right. My bad. Sorry, I was wrong on that. My bad. Sorry, that was always a joke against the Clippers. They're the people.
Hey, all time, though, you're right. All time, the Lakers got it over.
True, true. But most recently, I would say, obviously, the Clippers are that team that's not.
Other than the ring season, but the Lakers got the championship. The Mickey ring.
Nah, I'm kidding. Mickey Mouse ring. We love that. I would love a Mickey Mouse ring.
Yeah, I'd take that too.
Because we almost made it and almost won it. So I will say that for us. But tonight, 10 p.m. on ESPN Eastern Time. 10 p.m. Eastern Time. ESPN, we see the LA Clippers go up against the LA Lakers for technically, possibly, the 6th seed. A spot in the playoffs, comfortable. Not having to play any rugged playing teams that are trying to just grind it in and get it into the playoffs and be like, hey, we at least made it. No, this is to skip that. Give maybe the GOAT a little bit of rest.
Yeah. Oh, the GOAT. That's what we're doing. We're starting this.
Did you see that interview last night?
Yeah, with
my man, where he's taking an interview. My man's trying to stay locked in. My boy, LeBron is trying to stay locked in for the playoffs, and all you hear is bat, bat, bat. All his teammates bat in the background. So.
Hey, man, but they didn't see that layup he missed in regulation.
True, very true.
No, but I mean, hey,
LeBron came in clutching the overtime, man.
All jokes aside, I mean, the Lakers have been scary, man. They've been scary, and
it's beautiful. I probably a lot of people are gonna hear me saying this because they're like, oh my God, LeBron, don't compare. But like the way I see it is almost just like how people saw, kind of in a way, not too much of it, but like older Jordan.
Yeah.
Like where he's just playing older and he's just killing everybody.
Yeah.
Like nonchalantly.
Mm-hmm.
Like just like on his like last year of just him playing with the Bulls and stuff like that, where it's just like he's just playing and he's just like doing the simplest of moves, taking easy shots.
Yeah.
Like what's crazy is LeBron is even settling in a role right now, even right before the playoffs, where like I'm starting to see him set more screens for like Austin Reeves, rolling, kind of just catch and shoot. So it's kind of nice to see how LeBron's settling in. And to be honest, it's funny how he's kind of settled in that since his injury, and even with recent play, with him out, this Lakers team looks very, very dangerous. The narrative right now behind the LA Lakers right now is really, really high on them in the playoffs.
It seems like championship or bust. That's what people are making it seem like. But
yeah, I mean, when you have a guy like LeBron,
LeBron, Anthony Davis,
like
but it's really their role players. They're like Malik Beasley, Vanderbilt, D'Lo. Well, D'Lo's not really a role player, but D'Lo's been hurt. But like the Lakers, man.
I wouldn't even. See, that's why I say it's almost like a big three that they have on that team, because I wouldn't even say D'Angelo Russell is a role player.
No, he's not.
He's not. He's beyond that. That's how I say that.
But yeah, no, it's kind of scary what the Lakers are doing, because we were talking about it before we got on the show. But if they match up with either Memphis, I think they give Denver problems too. And Sacramento, like I think all these teams other than the Suns, I think they could beat in the 7-game series. Phoenix is the only team I think they would have trouble with. But even with that being said, it's not out of the question they could beat Phoenix, because you don't know if the Suns are even going to be healthy. Yeah. You don't know what you're going to get from Chris Paul, but the playoffs, it's going to be like how it looks now. It can look completely different in a week, which is crazy.
Mm-hmm. In the next couple of days, it can look very, very different. We can have very, very different matchups. And to be honest, I'm actually really, really excited for these playoffs, because it's like at every matchup, it's like there's a little story behind it, and there's like a little bit of like an edge to something. Like we see, like right now, if today was to end right now, and it's playoffs playing right now, we are seeing the Suns go up against the Warriors, which is whoa. That's KD versus the Warriors. Yeah, that's a huge story. Like that people are gonna go crazy. People are gonna be like, oh, is this KD's like revenge against the Warriors? Is he finally gonna get back and be like, hey, I was that guy on the Warriors when I was not what everybody else. You see Sacramento, the Kings, for the first time getting in the playoffs against the Clippers, which is a good matchup. Then, I mean, in the play-in, you see Lakers versus Pelicans. I mean, it's a little bit of a story. Minnesota, OKC. I mean, there's a little bit of story there with OKC. I mean, no one ever thought that. I mean, we're still going on the story of the fact that if the Mavericks, which is, we're going to have to get into that a little bit later. But if the Lakers win, hypothetically, they go up against the Memphis Grizzlies in the playoffs, in the first round of playoffs, and I think a lot of people would love to see that. I think a lot of people would even love to see the Clippers. I know not a lot of people. We're not preying on people's downfalls, but we're even looking to the Clippers fall into the 7th seed and playing the Memphis Grizzlies in the first round, and like we already saw what happened.
We saw what Russ did to the Dillon Brooks, but
we might see a masterclass Russell Westbrook playoff.
And I think also, we're getting to it later about the MVP race, but Jokic really got to make a run this year, because you know what he can do in the regular season. But Denver, I mean, there's no guarantee.
See, their path to the Western Conference Finals is
going to be tough.
A little bit harder for that bottom half.
It's going to be the Suns. They're going to probably, if they see the Suns or Warriors or even the Lakers in the second round, or Clippers for that matter. I mean, that's tough. That is as tough as it can get. But hey, also remember, I mean, the play-in's one game. If the Lakers don't show up, Pelicans beat them. You never know. True. But I think the Lakers. I have a weird feeling. I think the Lakers will get out of the play-in though.
You Lakers, you think they get out of it tonight?
Like I'm saying, like they don't, like they get that 6th seed.
They get that 6th. So are you saying that they do that tonight, or they do it in another game?
I think they win tonight.
You think they win tonight?
They win tonight, even without Anthony Davis. Just the way they've been playing, but also they are coming off a back-to-back.
True. So since we are talking about the game right now, sounds like Brian is putting in his thing. He's saying you're going to lock in the Lakers win tonight.
Yeah, I just the way they've been playing, and Clippers without Paul George. I think as I watching the Lakers game last night, like LeBron puts up 37, whatever it is, just in general. But he's not. It doesn't feel like he's like the first option. Like he plays through. He like just plays. That's how he always been. But especially this year, I think it's tricky. But they have a tough 3 remaining games. They got the Clippers, then they got the Suns on Friday, which is like could be a playoff,
like matchup,
future playoff matchup.
Potential Western Conference matchup.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for real. And I hope the Clippers win, but I don't know. I think the Lakers.
Well, if what you said is true, I mean, AD being doubtful, I still kind of see it as an even. If you take out one of their players and take out one player, I think it's even at that point because now you just have LeBron and D. Russ versus pretty much
Russ and
Kawhi. So, and at that point, I think that's not to say it's fair, but at that point, it's just like, all right, we got 2-on-2 pretty much for that one. But I'm not gonna lock in any teams winning for sure because I don't know with that AD being doubtful or it being
that's fair.
Whatever it is. But I will lock in. I think I will. I said it before the thing. I say I lock in a Russell Westbrook triple-double.
I like that, man.
I feel like he goes out, obviously, against the Lakers and tries to send a message. I think there'll probably be a couple words said back and forth, maybe.
Yeah.
But
I think it's going to come down to the wire, too. It's going to be one of those games where it comes down to free throws or last second shot. But
see, with the Lakers and Clippers, either it's a close game or it's kind of like one team beats the crud out of the other team.
So I think just with playoffs on the line, implications on the line, nobody wants to play in the play-in in general, and both of these teams definitely have a good chance of beating the Kings too. No disrespect to the Kings, but either of these teams can definitely beat the Kings in a 7-game series. So,
but what's the stat on the Pelicans against the Clippers and Lakers? Because don't the Pelicans have a couple games on the Lakers and the
you're saying like
in this regular season matchup? Because I mean, we might be talking that trash against the Pelicans, and all they gotta do is win one game.
Yeah, and so you think if they play the Lakers in the play, you think they could beat the Lakers?
I think they have a chance. I feel like just with the Lakers, not that recently. Recently, yes, they're like the best team, but like, I mean, when they're not making shots, they're not consistent. It is a little bad. It's a little bit of a poop show, but I mean, I don't doubt them because I think they make it. But I mean, the Clippers, we don't know how long Paul George's injury is going to be. They said another 2 weeks.
They're in trouble.
What if it gets like? I mean, not saying against Paul George, but. We'll see, because I'm just trying to keep it. I'm trying to just keep it open, but like yet again, right. With recent play, Lakers seem like they should win tonight. Them playing against the Suns, I don't know, because at this point it's like the Suns. Just think about it, they're the one that clinched the playoff berth. They're the team that clinched the only team that's clinched the playoff berth in the West is the Suns in the 4th seed.
It looks like they're gonna probably stay at that 4th seed.
Yeah. So really, for them, they could care less and be like, I'm not going to play Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton, and Chris Paul against the Lakers.
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense to.
Unless they're trying to be like those guys that are trying to ruin it for them and be like, oh, we're going to beat you guys so you guys can lose and be like in the play-in or
because theoretically, whatever. I mean, if they lose out and the Warriors win out, the Warriors could take that 4th spot. But so as long as the Suns win one more game, they'll be fine. Yeah, they'll get that. But I mean, it's gonna really anyone between like 1 through 10.
Yeah. Like Denver just needs to win one game.
Yeah, and they lost to the Rockets.
They lost to the Rockets, which was
interesting.
But then yet again, we don't.
Yeah,
it's whatever because really for them, all they have to do at this point is win one more game. They have a game coming up, I believe, on Thursday. Yeah, they play against Suns, so we don't know.
Oof.
They play the Suns, but
Suns got a tough schedule. Wow.
Yeah, Suns have a tough schedule, but I mean, at this point, he already clinched the playoff berth. What do they care about?
Yeah, that's true.
They could lose all their games and still be in the 4th seed.
But yeah, isn't it crazy how like before the year, like if you're gonna tell me that the Kings would be number 1 in the Pacific Division by the end of the year?
Oh yeah, there's somebody I saw a tweet. They literally tweeted out saying like about like a bet if you put like the Kings in number 1 to win the division and everything and finish where they were at, like please show us that bet you placed before the year.
But
it's crazy.
De'Aaron Fox is so good, man. Him and Sabonis going to be
that's a beast, great monster. I mean, you even got pieces like Malik Monk on that team. Herter, who's a monster. Red Velvet.
Who else they got? I always like Davion Mitchell.
Mitchell's a monster. They got
Rashawn Holmes.
Yeah, Rashawn Holmes. I love Rashawn Holmes. Just plays his role.
Just his role, yeah.
Harrison Barnes is a good little veteran role.
Gives you 15 a night.
Gives you a little 15. I mean, he's a little veteran role. Got a ring.
Got a ring, yeah.
He's got a ring, yeah.
Got that experience.
Experience. See, I mean,
Keegan Murray too, the rookie.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Keegan Murray. Yep. Potential 3-point all time.
Literally, it might be.
Volume. You know, this is a conversation we had before.
Yeah.
We had Brian and I were having a deep conversation before the podcast, but yeah, Keegan Murray as well on that team. You know, congrats to him beating the NBA 3-point record, and yeah, I mean he's even making it longer now if he's still playing shooting threes. So, yeah, I mean rather than that, I mean MVP talk, man.
Yeah, I think Embiid's 52-point outing last night. I think that locked it. And with Jokic, he missed 3 games previously, and then he didn't have the greatest performance last night. Not that it's just based on one game, but I think Embiid's got it now. I think it looks that's what all points. Like, I mean, he had 52, and they won. So, to me, it looks like Embiid's got it. I think Jokic is the better player, but I think I like the way Jokic plays. I think Embiid relies a little bit too much on free throws, and I think he acts a little bit too much. But I mean, he's still, all due respect, I mean, he's they're 1A, 1B, like in terms of like the center ranking. So I think Embiid's got it though.
You think after that 52 point,
and with the recency bias,
and it was against the Celtics too.
Yeah, but with the recency bias in terms of like voters fatigue and whatnot, I would be surprised if they give it to Jokic.
That's fair.
Yeah, what do you think though?
I think with the recent performance, I mean, it's just hard to say because I mean, Jokic. I think you do, yes, because like the parameters behind the fact that like Joel Embiid dropped 52 in a close seeded,
without Jaylen Brown too.
Without Jaylen Brown, but Jaylen Brown's not guarding Joel Embiid. So, I mean, he's still dropping. He looked absolutely.
Yeah, he looked good last night. His mid-range is lethal.
Lethal.
Does not really miss them because you can't block him when you're 7
foot. Yeah.
And that 3-point shot, he's not a terrible 3-point shooter.
Oh, no. He's confident. He's confident enough to shoot it even beyond the 3-point line.
Yeah,
so.
Harden, I think Harden's going to have a big playoff run ahead of him. He moves. His passing is a lot better than what I've noticed. Like he just
I
makes
think it's just something we don't notice.
There was one,
we didn't notice that he could just pass that well because he was just so much of
the dribble god.
But
I remember when I was watching the Sixer game last night, there was one play down the stretch where PJ Tucker just is awful. But what's his name? James Harden
he's awful on the Sixers, Brian. He's not awful on the Heat.
On the Sixers. But Harden did like this dribble combo, got to the paint, and then threw like a no look lefty bounce pass, lefty one-handed bounce pass to PJ Tucker, like probably like 6 feet from the hoop, and he just airballed it. And then they were arguing back. I think Harden's like, how do you airball that? And then PJ Tucker was complaining about something. But Tucker's been good. I just if you're the Sixers, I think I don't know how much you could start him.
Oh well, yeah.
But to be fair, he does a lot of stuff. Though. Yeah, I was gonna say he does a lot of stuff that doesn't show up in the stat sheets. But like he played, I think he averaged like 4 points a game, and he starts. It's something I gotta double check on that, but I don't know. But yeah, I think I think
for playoffs he's more valuable.
Yeah, for sure. And I think the Sixers. I've said it. If the Sixers don't get past the second round, I would not be shocked if Embiid wants out. If they don't get past if they don't make the conference finals this year.
If the Sixers don't make the Eastern Conference.
The last time they made the conference finals was with Allen Iverson.
I mean, they do have a little bit of an easier route in a way in the East because they have to go
Boston though.
They do got to see Boston, but like that's the second, yeah. But just like right away.
Oh, LeBron's questionable tonight too, by the way. So tweet LeBron and AD. So I take that back. Maybe the Clippers.
But we don't know. Questionable, doubtful. They say that now, and the next, Laker or LeBron and AD are fine.
And they both
hours ago.
But
or they're But I mean, what I'm trying to say here is, well, who do you think has an easier way to the Eastern Conference? The Celtics or the Bucks right now?
Bucks. Oh, Bucks. I think actually. Oof. I think it depends who gets that 7. Who if Miami is the 7th
realistically, who would you rather have? If you're the Bucks, would you rather have Cleveland or possibly going up against like the Sixers? Or for Boston, would you rather go up against or go up against?
Hey, what about the Knicks, man?
The Knicks?
No,
yeah.
But this is the one thing I will say, though. I think the Knicks definitely have a chance to beat the Cavs, but
cool.
I think out of all the teams in the East, I actually think the Cavs match up the best with the Bucks because they got that size and length.
They have the size.
I honestly would not be shocked if Cleveland makes that a 7-game series. If Cleveland beats the Knicks,
yeah.
I think the Knicks can definitely beat Cleveland, but I think Cleveland is more equipped to beat Milwaukee.
True.
Just the way they play, and just the size they got, the depth. And Mitchell, I'm worried. I'm telling you, I'm worried about Mitchell in that when we see him next week. But also, I mean, Brunson went head to head with him at 48. But that's besides the point. But yeah, going back to what your question was, Mike. I just don't want to play the Heat. So I think if whoever team has to play the Heat, if the Heat gets that 7 seed, I'd rather be Milwaukee and play Cleveland. I would not want to see Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think? Who do you think? What path would you rather have?
Well, I mean, I know the Bucks will automatically win their first round.
Yeah,
no offense, because I don't. I mean,
yeah. I mean,
it's either they play the Hawks, Toronto, or Chicago.
Yeah, and they're gonna, or Miami too. They could play if Miami loses.
Oh yeah, if Miami loses too, they could play Miami. But like, realistically, I say, I know people don't want to see us in the playoffs because especially when just the playoffs start and our teams and the Heat just play with, especially with Jimmy Butler and just our defense. But because to be honest, now it's kind of like asking me who would we rather see at this point. Either we make that 6th seed, but if we don't make it because the Brooklyn Nets right now, Michael Bridges is turning into an absolute monster. But it's either we see the Boston Celtics or we see the Milwaukee Bucks, and I'd
probably rather play Philly. I mean, I'm sorry, I would rather play. I just wouldn't want to play. I mean, if you guys can get to that 6th seed, I'd rather play Philly. But you're saying if you stay,
if we made that 6th seed, I'd rather play Philly. But if we don't, I'd rather play the Boston Celtics than the Bucks.
Yeah, I agree.
Because the Bucks are way more full complete and have even more of a deeper bench now. That's scarier. When we played them years ago, when we beat that wall and all that stuff, that's because we found the formula to stop Giannis. But another thing is they weren't as deep as they are now. Yeah, and they are deeper. And then Drew Holiday got better.
Portis has like a double-double off the bench.
Off the bench. We have to worry about
Javon
Carter. We got to worry about too much. And our bench doesn't go that far. So, I don't even want to talk about that.
Do you think Jimmy, what happens if you guys lose first round? What do you think? Do you think Jimmy runs it back? Yeah.
That conversation's for later. I don't even know because there hasn't been too much like crazy. Like, there's not like talks that is like about Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
With the like, even though that's like a whole different type of thing, but like you don't hear stories with the Heat or Jimmy Butler being like, "Oh, I'm about to leave" and stuff like that. I mean, Jimmy Butler is very vocal when he wants to leave and stuff like that. We've seen that before in the past, but like that was on like, I'm not gonna say he did it for good reasons to be vocal, but like, we saw what happened, why he wanted to leave those teams, because it was like he wasn't getting something out of it. Like, he was like, what the heck are we doing? Like, he was being more competitive than everybody else, and everybody else was getting offense by it. So
that's fair.
And the results have showed since then that Jimmy Butler, if you have Jimmy Butler on your team, you win.
Yeah.
So, but
that's true.
I mean, he went farther each time he went to another team. Timberwolves took him to the playoffs. Got farther.
Philly went to
the Philly. Went to the Eastern Conference. Got farther. Went to the Heat. Went to the final. Even though it's Mickey Mouse, went to the finals.
Still happened.
He got farther each time. Then he went to the Eastern Conference Finals again. With the Heat. So Jimmy Butler's got an amazing resume. For him, I feel like he's the perfect culture for the Miami Heat. So stay with us. Just stay with us till the end. We love you. Everything, but I see us right now. Because we play the Sixers. No. We play the Sixers on Thursday, which I hope the Sixers just clinch a playoff berth and then just be like, here, play our subs.
Yeah.
And then we play the Wizards, which I'm fine with that.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. We should win that game for sure.
That's fair.
And then Sunday, we play the Magic.
Hey, Tanner Lambert.
We played Magic to end the season. And maybe the Magic try their hardest to be, the little rock in the foot.
Playoff spoiler.
Yeah, a little playoff spoiler. But I doubt it. I feel like we will clinch a 6 seed before then, hopefully.
So you think you get that 6 spot?
I think we get the 6 spot. Even with the recent
I hope so, man.
Because the Nets,
Nets I want to see that
Pistons
Philly
tonight.
Miami series. I want to see Embiid and Jimmy go at it. I really hope that's the matchup.
Me too. I want that too. Oh, the Nets have an easy one too. Let's play the Pistons, Magic, and they play Sixers at the end of the season. Dang, they're flipped. They play the easier teams first, and they play. Dang.
But also they have the one game ahead too. See, they got to go.
They have the one game.
2-1, 3-0.
Dang, we have to go 3-0. We have to. No matter what, we have to go 3-0.
And even
Nets
still no
have
guarantee.
to lose 2 games.
Yeah, I was gonna say even if you go 3-0, there's still no guarantee.
James Wiseman go off tonight. Cade Cunningham go off tonight.
Yeah.
Go off tonight. Jaden Ivey go off for 40 tonight. Please do something. Beat the Nets. Stop.
Hey man, did you see John Morant's dunk last night?
Oh yeah,
dude, that was crazy. I was watching that. I was like, whoa.
I'm just glad he's back.
Yeah, for real.
He's back. I'm glad he's back. All that craziness. You know who else is back, and I'm so happy for him too. Andrew Wiggins.
Wiggins is back, man.
Oh, my poor man.
Yeah.
Oh.
The Warriors, man. That might be just they need that.
That might be the extra piece that they needed
into the playoff run too. I mean, it's scary because he was that X factor in the finals when he is clamped up chasing Tatum.
We'll see now what happens when you miss Andrew Wiggins. We'll see. Yeah. Because maybe not. I don't know, but oof, I'm just glad he's back.
Yeah.
Because everything that was going on with him was
sad. Yeah. That's
ridiculous. Mm-hmm. Ridiculous.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be playoff run is gonna be crazy.
These playoffs
probably the craziest we've seen in a while.
Interesting playoffs in a while. Because before we always kind of just knew it was always like same old. We know who's gonna kill it. We know who's gonna get to the second round, third round. This time it's like we're seeing matchups where we're like, this team could take this team to Game 7. This team could maybe even steal a couple games and leave early and do an upset. So
yeah,
we're seeing a lot right now, and it's crazy because there's only one team that's genuinely, just think about this, one team in the Western Conference, the better conference, only one team has clinched a playoff berth. And then in the East, there's only, 5?
Yeah, 5.
5.
Oh, it's like the Grizzlies haven't clinched their berth yet, technically?
No, the Grizzlies haven't.
Wow.
Grizzlies haven't. Nuggets haven't.
Wow.
They're 1 and 2. 1 and 2 doesn't even have their playoff. Number 4 in the West. Number 4 has their playoff berth. That's the Suns. The Suns clinched the playoff berth and the 4.
Wow.
So for them, they could not care. For the Nuggets, the Grizzlies. Yeah, Nuggets, Grizzlies, and who's third? Kings. Nuggets, Grizzlies, Kings. They still have to pretty much try hard in a way to because they could. The Nuggets, Grizzlies, and Kings. All they can do is go up, and the other team can kind of fall depending on. They can either go up. They can either go up and down between them 3. The next after the Suns, you got who fifth? Fifth
Warriors.
Is Warriors, Clippers, Lakers,
Pelicans,
T-Wolves, and Thunder. So realistically, let's just say from Lakers up to the Warriors, they can go only up and down with each other.
Yeah.
Just think about that.
Yeah.
So, oof. Only 3 games left.
Dude, it's crazy.
Only 3 games left, and that's how close it is.
Dude.
A lot of games change a lot of things. And what's crazy is, what we're also not thinking about how close it is that there's tiebreakers too in this.
Yeah.
So they're like if a certain team finishes the same record, if a certain team that beat the tiebreaker in the regular season, then they take the seed. So we'll see how it goes.
I don't know. I really don't know what's gonna happen. Because I also think if Dallas gets that 10 spot, and they win both playing games, they can give teams problem too.
That's true. Wait, who has a tiebreaker? Is the Clippers has a tiebreaker because the Lakers, right?
I think so.
Because that's the interesting thing. Because I don't know. I saw a bunch of jokes today. Maybe it was a bunch of jokes people were putting on Twitter, but like people were saying that the Lakers are actually officially the 6th seed.
Nah.
Today.
If they win.
No, they said last night they won. They were.
No,
I saw a bunch of tweets and I was like, if they win tonight, they will.
Yeah.
I don't know because
if they win tonight, if they have the tiebreaker over the Warriors, they could be that 5 seed. I don't know.
Oh well, technically their tiebreaker isn't done. I'm done.
Because they're still playing.
Because they're still playing.
Yeah.
That's why the tiebreaker. There we go.
Oh, that makes sense.
Tonight is the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I mean,
technically, whoever wins tonight is the tiebreaker.
So this really is a big game.
So this is a really big game.
Without LeBron and AD, if they both don't play, that's gonna be tough. But also, do you think they're both teams are trying to not trying to lose, but just not have to play Phoenix in the playoffs? You think they're trying to is that why they're resting? Would they rather go to the play-in and play Memphis than win, get that 6th spot and play?
Who are you talking about?
The Lakers and Clippers, specifically the Lakers. So hear me out. So if you're the Lakers, right? Mm. You're the 7th seed. Say if you win tonight, and I don't know how the tiebreaker works, but theoretically you win tonight and you win another game and you get that 5 seed and you play the Suns. You think if you're the Lakers, you might rather play the play-in, even if you're that 7th seed, play the play-in and play Memphis in the first round as opposed to playing Phoenix, or if you get that 6th spot and then rest your players the last 2 games and stay there and play the Kings. Do you think they're just not trying to play Phoenix? Do you think that's a possibility?
No. I mean, for the Clippers and Lakers, but you don't play but if you're on that side of this side of the playoffs, you don't play the Suns until the Western Conference Finals.
I'm saying if they get that 5 spot.
Oh, if they get that 5 spot,
wouldn't you? I'm just saying, if you're the Lakers or Clippers, would you almost rather? I don't think the
Lakers are scared of playing the Suns in the first round. I mean, obviously they would be it's going to be a crazy match, but I don't think they would. I think they would be prepared.
Yeah, I just think Phoenix is the only team I don't see the Lakers getting past. If in the first round, I don't think they can get past them.
I see they do.
You think they do?
I see they do. Because I'm saying if they make it, I've said it before, you make LeBron get in the playoffs, so you make him in a comfortable position, and the team's doing well.
What about on the flip, though, where the Suns haven't lost without Kevin Durant?
That's true. They have the presence of Kevin Durant has changed.
I'm just thinking. I'm not saying this is what the Lakers should do. I'm not saying that's what they are doing. Mm-hmm. But if I'm the Lakers or Clippers, I would rather go into the play-in, be that 7th seed, win, play Memphis, than play Phoenix in the 7-game series.
That's fair.
That's tempting with a lot of fake. You better hope you win those play-in games.
I don't know. It's just hard to say because I don't think anyone's scared. I think everyone right now is on win mode and is just trying to win. Obviously,
yeah, probably. That's fair.
And that's everyone's mindset right now. But it is an interesting idea, the fact that dang, do you want to see the Suns in the first round, or do you not? Because we don't know how they're going to perform. But we kind of expect just greatness from that lineup because you have recent play of just them pretty much being 8-0 ever since they got Kevin Durant on that team. 3-0 since he played, because everyone's blowing up that stat. They're undefeated when KD plays. KD's only played 3 games for them.
Yeah.
So he's really 3-0. But 8-0 overall with KD's presence, which is great.
So you think if the Suns play the Lakers, you say it right now. You're saying it right now. The Lakers win that series.
Yes. I say they do.
I like it, man. I go Suns.
I say they do. The only reason why I say I do, because I think right now the only people we're focusing on is the main players.
You're saying because of the depth.
I say the depth.
I think the Suns have depth. Though. T. Ross, Cameron Payne.
I don't think with recent play though. With recent play, I say the Lakers have a more of a punch to their.
Also, I think my only question is does AD remain healthy for 7 games? I don't know.
Does KD, Chris Paul stay healthy?
I think KD does.
Do you think Chris Paul stays healthy in the playoffs?
I honestly, if I was the Suns, I wouldn't even Like if Chris Paul didn't play, I think they'd still beat the Lakers.
Who's like their third best guy? Would you say on the Suns? Between
So you got
KD, D-Book. Who's your third? Chris Paul or DeAndre Ayton?
I think DeAndre Ayton has to be the guy. But I mean, this year DeAndre Ayton.
You said DeAndre Ayton?
I think it's Ayton.
Like going into the playoffs right now, your third best player is DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who do you think? You think it's Chris Paul?
No, I said DeAndre.
Yeah, I'd say it's DeAndre. This year specifically, I'd go DeAndre. But I think if Chris
I go
Paul,
DeAndre, but Chris Paul plays a very pivotal role when it comes to playoffs.
yeah, I was gonna say, but if Chris Paul is your fourth best player, you're in pretty good shape, I think.
Yeah. Well, what Lakers got? So what? Their number one player would be what? LeBron? Or
LeBron.
No.
Well,
I'd
probably
say AD right
yeah,
now.
AD.
AD right now.
Then LeBron.
Then LeBron.
D-Lo.
And then D'Lo would be their third best player. And
Yeah.
would you say Ayton or D'Lo?
Oof, that's actually close. It's different because they're so different.
Because then we're also saying D'Lo's better than Chris Paul right now.
Yeah, I'd say D'Lo's
Say
better
right
than
now?
Chris Paul. Yeah.
But then we're also saying that's also the better option for the Lakers too, because
Yeah.
they can have that.
DeAndre.
So you're saying that's also a mismatch for the Lakers too.
Yeah,
D'Lo against Chris Paul is a mismatch in the playoffs. Is also
I don't know if mismatch is the right word, but in favor of the Lakers.
in
But
favor.
I think
That's
you actually brought up a good point though. It's going to come down to the role players because LeBron, AD, D-Book, and KD. If they're healthy, you know what you're getting from them.
I feel like with the Suns though, their starting lineup has all kind of like, because even though they have a deep bench, the Lakers have like a second unit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like a second
five,
third
yeah.
unit too. Like they have a second five that can come in and like kill at the same time, kind of without LeBron or AD or at least one of them on the court.
Dude, yeah, honestly,
If two out of the three are gone with the Suns, it's not a good on the court. Or even like one.
There's not a what?
Without them on the court, I feel like the Suns don't perform as well.
well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, Josh Okogie is actually
Josh Okogie's
underrated
great.
defender.
True, very true.
You know, but Bismack Biyombo has been pretty solid as that backup big too.
Oh damn! Man,
They actually do.
for a long time.
Yeah, I don't, and then you also got Campaign. You got T.J. Warren.
Oh, don't say that name.
You got T. Ross.
Don't
get
T.J. Warren. I thought he was on. No, T.J. Warren's not on the Suns anymore.
he got traded with KD.
Oh, because he was on the Suns.
Yeah. I think the Lakers bench definitely better, but
I don't like T.J. Warren.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't blame
That
you.
Jimmy Butler thing.
I don't think the Suns bench is that much worse though. Like the Lakers
That's
bench
true.
is better.
That's fair.
But I think if AD gets hurt, there's no chance they beat the Suns. I don't think.
Who's the fourth best player on the Lakers? Well, I want to see who's
The fourth
equivalent.
best. Okay, I think it's Malik Beasley.
Not AR.
I go Malik Beasley over Austin Reeves. You think it's Austin Reeves?
I think, man, that dude's got something different about him.
I like Beasley's defense a little more.
That's fair.
But I go Malik Beasley.
I'd almost say, to be honest, on how much he does for the Lakers, not on a scoring ability. I might put
Vanderbilt,
Vando.
That's fair. I like that.
Vanderbilt Vandalorian. My boy is, and I told y'all who was the main guy. I always, when that trade happened, who was the main guy I was going crazy about? Vanderbilt, because he's a nitty gritty guy, but he's also
he can
talented
shoot
too,
though.
and he can shoot the
He
three.
stretched the floor, and that's what you need around LeBron. That's why I think why that trade. They got Mo Bamba too. Yeah, no, and Rui. We're talking about Rui. Yeah, no, the Lakers bench 100% better.
You're naming them. I have you.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're naming them. I'm like, yes, the Suns have a deep team as well, and they built a team and also added pieces. That's also great. But I just feel like with the recent play, since we're based on recent play, more recent play with the Suns have been more their main core. More recent play with the Lakers have been almost their role players.
Yeah.
We've been talking more about their role players recently more than LeBron and AD. I feel like we've heard more stories about Austin Reeves.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
and that's why I argue he's like the fourth best player on the team, because
that's fair.
He
What about Schroeder too?
He could be argued the fourth best player too, because you see him go off in games too, where he drops like 30.
I see what you're saying. I don't know if the Lakers get past. I don't know.
We just haven't. What I'm trying to say with recent play also is also the recent year that people have had. the bench that the Suns have had in the recent year, we haven't seen anyone really go off as much as some of the players on the Lakers have. Austin Reeves gone off 30.
Well, let me ask you this. Sorry to cut you off, but
there you go.
Would you rather have KD and D Book or LeBron and AD?
That's a good question.
Just right now, who would you rather have? It's tough.
Yeah, it's very tough. Oh.
Yeah, you have to consider all things. I'm
going to consider just them two going up against each other.
Yeah, I mean, I personally...
them two going up against each other, it seems like an easier pick in my head. But at the same time,
5-on-5,
But 5-on-5, I still kind of feel like it's not an easier pick because it's like, gosh.
I go KD Book. I think D Book's the best shooting guard in the NBA.
Yeah, but the other two that we're comparing is like when they're at their best.
Yeah.
Them both, LeBron arguably and AD, you're talking them both at their best by themselves are arguably both the best players in the NBA. Like AD, everyone said it
when
over and
plays,
over.
Yeah.
When they play, when AD plays as 100%. So we're talking 100%.
But if I'm saying like a playoff run, like just right now, like the rest of the season, would you rather have D Book?
Playoff run?
But I'm saying just Lakers and Suns based on right now, 3 games left, playoffs coming up. You're playing for a lot, and specifically Lakers.
But you said, would you rather have LeBron or AD for the playoff run, or because hold on, you're confused. Is it more of the team, or
no? I'm saying like the team.
So who would you rather have, the Lakers or the Suns right now in the last 3?
No, I'm saying like I'm trying to word it
because you said either LeBron and AD or.
Well, I'm not saying like in like a 2v2 matchup. I'm saying
no, you're saying like. Who would you rather have in this playoff run, right?
Yeah, and I'm not saying like talent-wise who's better. I'm saying in general because the only reason I would probably have D-Book and KD is just because the durability, because you just don't know if Anthony Davis goes down. That's the only reason because like.
But here's what I say about playoff run.
I know you can't pick against LeBron in a playoff run, but also
no, you can't pick Devin Booker in a playoff run either.
Went to the finals.
Was he the main guy on that team, though? I don't think he was, like, all the main...
Who was the main guy?
I don't know. Devin Booker didn't go that crazy, though, is what I would say.
So what are you saying?
I'd say I'd pick LeBron and AD in the playoff run rather than them, because in the playoff run, I can rather depend on them than anything.
I don't think D-Book was that bad in the finals.
Yeah. I don't know, because I don't feel like... But... It's just hard to say because the one AD final that he made, he won Finals MVP, but
no, LeBron got Finals MVP.
I thought it was AD.
In the bubble, it was LeBron.
No, it wasn't. That was AD.
I thought it was LeBron.
I thought it was AD. They didn't give it LeBron.
Let me look it up. I could be wrong, man. I could be wrong.
I thought it was AD.
2020 NBA.
I thought they gave it to AD.
Finals MVP.
It was
LeBron James, huh? Yeah.
Why do I feel like I saw AD with the trophy? I guess not. Damn.
Yeah, no, but
even me pooping on.
Hey, come on, you gotta know that the GOAT quotation.
I know.
No, I'm playing, but
interesting.
Yeah, it's tough, man. It's tough.
Jimmy Butler should have won that Finals MVP, but I'm not gonna say that.
Oh yeah. Reward him for losing.
I mean, hey, they argued LeBron should have won when Andre Iguodala won that.
Honestly, that's probably the exception. Oh yeah, not to switch.
When he beat everybody. I guess I don't know. Maybe I'm just talking crud on Devin Booker, and I don't know why, but I love Devin Booker. I don't know.
What do you think? D-Book's the best shooting guard in the league? I know you're.
You know that's hard.
I know you're gonna say.
You know that's hard for me. I'd say, I don't know, because we don't hear about them anymore. Them do.
What do you mean?
I mean, well, you do, but like it's not. I don't know how to say.
D-Book's his ability to score is like insane to me.
So is Donovan Mitchell.
So is Donovan Mitchell. But in their defense, they're both not known for defense. They're really close. I go D-Book.
I'd rather. I don't know.
D-Book's got his team to the finals.
Yeah.
Hey, but pick your boy. Like you got if you. Think
no, I think I've been picked. I think I already did say because I said it's easier pick even if they go 2-on-2 or even if they go on a playoff run. Yeah, I still go with LeBron and AD, but I guess the
that's fair.
durability.
If they're both 100% fully, if I know for a fact they're both healthy for a playoff run, and there's
like
not
recent play, like they're both doing their best right now. So it's just
if I know for a fact they're not getting injured, I'm going. I'm
probably gonna get butchered for not picking Devin Booker and KD, but
no, I don't think it's. But when they play, if I know for a fact they're 100% healthy and they're gonna last, all 4 players will last the entire playoff run. I'm going LeBron and AD, no doubt.
Yeah,
because Anthony Davis, when he plays, he's insane. He'll give you. There's games he might give you like 35 and 20. He's that good. Sometimes my question with Anthony Davis is sometimes he's not aggressive and he doesn't have that motor. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's true.
But this playoff run's gonna run through Anthony Davis. I think Anthony Davis is gonna have to be that guy.
We're gonna have to go back on that conversation about Devin Booker and Donovan Mitchell though. That's an interesting topic.
So what do you think?
I don't even know because if you think about everything else, I mean. Who has scored the most between them two in the game?
72-70, though.
72-70.
Yeah, it's pretty close.
It's really close.
I
mean, one has gone farther than the other, but I mean, you could also argue that not the help that they had, but the teammates that they had.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I don't know. It's hard to say, but I think I would give obviously the nod to Devin Booker because he's gone farther. He's made it to the playoffs, or not the playoffs, but like he's made it to the finals, made it to the or Western Conference Finals, and was pretty much the main guy on that team of the Western Conference Finals. Even though, if we were to say if it was a possibility, Donovan Mitchell made it to Western Conference Finals with the Jazz, we would say Donovan Mitchell was the reason why they made it in the first place, because even in those second rounds that he was losing and with the Jazz, the dude was doing everything for the Jazz.
No, that's true. And he also beat that big 3 of OKC. That was his rookie year, I think.
It's a rookie year. Yep.
He should have a rookie of the year, I will say that. But
he should, but it's fine. Stuff happens. It's okay.
The Nuggets are going to regret trading him, man. The Nuggets drafted him.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
I mean, the Hawks and the I've been seeing a lot of memes about the Hawks and Mavericks, about the Luka and the Trae Young trade. They're like, oh, well, it looks like nobody won this trade.
I'm just like, their stats are literally identical, though. Like, they both,
Trae Young.
In his career, D-Book averages 24, 4, and 5. Mitchell averages 24.6, 4 and 4.5.
They're almost the same type of player.
I mean,
I just say Donovan Mitchell has the ball more in his hands.
Yeah, I mean, Mitchell's 4-time All-Star, Booker's 3-time All-Star, but he's also got All-NBA team,
Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell doesn't have All-NBA. He will get one this year, though, I think.
He should.
I mean, maybe I'd probably put him definitely 3rd team. Because I'd probably put D-Book first. Oof.
All-NBA?
I might have
guard.
Jaylen Brown up there, though, too. I might have Jaylen Brown first team. Second team.
But Jaylen Brown better than Donovan Mitchell and all them? Is Jaylen Brown better than Donovan Mitchell and Devin Booker?
I can't put Jaylen Brown above them just because Jaylen Brown is not the.
I almost say the fact that you just dropped his name. I think he needs a lot better recognition because he had a lot of good games this year.
No, that's true. Jaylen Brown
on a team that's arguably the best.
I might have Jaylen Brown the second best shooting guard.
Yeah.
But the thing, I just want to see. I love Jaylen Brown.
I don't know. Now you put his name in, I think about him too, and I love Jaylen. I love watching Jaylen Brown.
But the only thing is, I want to see him on like what he does with his own team. Like that.
That's true.
You know,
he's been the second guy.
Because the way I look at it, like the best.
We look at Devin Booker. We look at Donovan Mitchell. They're the number one guys.
Well, Booker's probably 2 now, but.
Oh well, yeah.
But for his career.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, KD joined the team, but you still don't. Yeah, well, no, I shouldn't say that because I'm a Heat fan. Dwayne Wade did that with LeBron, but
yeah,
yeah, and KD's pretty much the same thing. So I guess so he's the second guy now, but you're not gonna compare Devin Booker the second guy to Jaylen Brown's being the second.
We might need an episode where we just rank our maybe at the end of the season
each position.
Yeah,
we should. You know what? We gotta do that.
End of the season.
We gonna do that. We gonna do like all NBA.
Yeah,
our own little. We gonna do our own Hoopin awards. We'll call it the Hoopin awards.
Yeah. Also, I'm thinking we do like a little like for
For just a little preview, like when the playoff implications are set, like we'll do like a little breakdown of what we see from each round, and little playoff predictions. But that's just in the future.
For sure.
Stay tuned. But hey, man, I think so. I think those are the 3 best shooting guards in the league. I guess we can agree on that.
Yes, 3 best shooting guards.
I don't want to sleep on Harden, but I think Harden's just taking a step back, especially playing with Embiid.
Is Harden a shooting guard?
That's also true. I mean, anyways, even if he is a shooting guard, I still don't think he's
as good as those 3.
Yeah, and we're classifying Luka as a point guard, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, okay. Because Luka is weird. You put him as a point guard, shooting guard, or small forward.
But here we go. We'll end with that because that's been We'll end with this idea that you brought up, Luka, because this is a very interesting idea. Because right now, that's like probably the biggest, not the biggest headline, but it's the biggest question right now. Where it's like, what is going on? This Mavericks team,
dude. I will say, I watched their game against the Hawks. Kyrie's not the problem, really. I think the problem is defensively. The problem is him and Luka just can't really defend. No. But that's not, their whole team.
Their whole team
can't defend. Like you have
ever since getting rid of Dorian Finney-Smith,
like you have Hardaway Jr. who can kind of defend. But
Reggie Bullock is deep.
Yeah, but it's Kyrie's been playing really well. And same with like Luka. He didn't play great against the Hawks, but the problem is they don't have that depth. They don't have that physicality, the defense to like make that run. And we're seeing it. Like,
but I feel like they're just regretting now on the whole getting Christian Wood because
Wood should start. I think he should start.
Yeah, at this point he should start, but he's not even like a crazy defensive center. No, like he's more of a scorer, and he's like 6'11", 7 foot. So it's like
that's the thing. He was a letdown.
And he's athletic too. So it's like
I don't know, but if you're the Mavericks, do you regret this trade?
I don't think so because I mean he's not the problem. You got everything else that's a problem, and that's. I don't know. It's just hard.
Well, yeah, because I'll say this. Like, I might have said it to you. I don't remember. But there's only a handful of guys in the NBA. Maybe, like, I can think of, like, 3 guys who you can just drop into any team and they'll mesh well. Like, I'm thinking, like, Kevin Durant, LeBron, probably maybe Kawhi Leonard. Like, they're just guys you can put anywhere and they're going to be fine. But, like, with a younger player like Luka and, like, a player like Kyrie where we've seen him have problems fitting into different teams, different systems, I think they knew what they were getting themselves into. It's going to take time to adjust with 2 ball-dominant players like that. Like Kevin Durant, he's ball-dominant, but he doesn't demand the ball. LeBron doesn't demand the ball. But Kyrie and Luka, the way they play, they need the ball in their hands. Yeah. Like, literally, like, prior to the Kyrie trade, every possession Luka had the ball. That's what it feels like, at least. Yeah. And so I think that it's early, but Kyrie also could leave. So
yeah, no, Kyrie could definitely just bounce out.
Pack up and go.
I mean,
but if your team
reports Kyrie wants to stay,
dude, you sign. I don't know if I sign Kyrie after that. Again, it's not even Kyrie's fault, but just
he has like. Does he have a year or no?
He's a free agent.
He's a free agent. So, yeah, I don't know. It's a tricky because either you sign him and then kind of have to just run with it, but like
I think if you're the Mavs, you have to though. I think you have to just based on what you gave up those picks. I think you have to at least give it another 2 years. They have
to. What the Mavericks have to do now. They're gonna have to leverage a lot of those players on their team.
What do you mean, like
trade
the guys on their team?
Some of they're gonna have to trade. They're gonna have to use a couple of those.
So get rid of like Tim Hardaway,
possibly.
Wood.
If they want, because to be honest, with Tim Hardaway, the reason why they had Tim Hardaway is because they needed a shooter. It's pretty much another scoring presence.
Yeah, just some defense.
Use him now as a trading piece. Trade asset. Use other guys as trade assets on that team. Pretty much almost.
What are you looking for? Just like more role players in return?
More role players, maybe more defenders.
Yeah.
More big bodies, because that's another thing. They're very small. Besides Christian Wood.
I thought they should have made a run to sign Pat Bev. I don't know why they didn't. I thought that was a player
because they thought, Pat Bev is just defense, and they need more. I don't know.
Like, what are they valuing? I guess
I don't know what they're valuing right now, because it's like even the offensive players that they have that are just offensive players, they're not consistent.
Yeah.
They're not that great. I like Maxi Kleber, but not consistent.
Yeah.
But
I mean Powell. I mean the guy. They don't play JaVale McGee for some reason. He's a rim protector. Like
he's a rim protector.
He doesn't play. I don't like. He went in. I was watching the Hawks game. He went in the final play where he got fouled and had to hit those free throws.
Yeah, he had good games.
But like he just doesn't play. Like they need that rim presence. I feel like.
No, see, it was crazy. That's what drives me crazy because like I forgot he was on the team.
Yeah,
and he played, and I was just like. So you do have somebody that's big. You have somebody else that's big.
Why is Jason Kidd. I don't know if he's that coach. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, because see the lineup that I would run I know people are gonna think it's crazy, but like a big lineup, because you kind of have like that presence there. But like I would run JaVale McGee at the center, Christian Wood at the 4,
Hardaway at the 3.
Hardaway at the 3, Kyrie and Luka running at the guards.
I think now you have to do that.
Like at that point, you funnel everybody into Christian Wood and
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because then for Kyrie and Luka, that gives less of a defensive. Like they could just Olay defense like they usually do straight.
But
to
then you
Christian
have that
Wood
rim
and JaVale.
presence.
You have Christian Wood and JaVale McGee at 6.
McGee was a very solidified
And
role
7
player
foot.
on those Lakers teams. That
And
Lakers
the
team
Warriors when he was on the
those
Warriors.
Warriors teams. Like he's I don't I just I
He's
don't
big.
get it.
He jumps. JaVale McGee's been made fun of for all the time, but like he's a good role player. He jumps for everything.
Yeah,
Everything. So you put him in.
he averages 8 minutes a game.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't know. I feel like they I don't know, because at this point it's like it's not even experimenting now. At this point, you need to put all your marbles in. At this point, everyone needs to play. JaVale McGee needs to play. Mark Cuban needs to put on a jersey and play. Like at this point, if you guys want to make playoffs and change this whole narrative, everyone needs to play. Because at this, I don't know what it is.
Jaden Hardy too is showing flashes where they
Hardy's good. Like it's crazy because they could do that, right?
Yeah.
They could do that type of lineup, and then they have a scoring lineup and a small ball lineup that could come in.
And then you still have Luka
second.
and Kyrie. Like you still have like.
It's ridiculous. I don't know.
I mean, I don't want to see Luka and Kyrie in a 7-game series, but knowing how they are defensively, I wouldn't be too worried.
I'd be like, shh.
Yeah. Like you guys go for 40.
Isolation, 1-4 flat away.
Like you
1-4 flat away.
Have your 40s. Have your 40 points. Go for 40. But like we're gonna go. They're gonna
I'm gonna have my own 40.
Yeah, exactly. And if they play like a team that's just deep, I'm just saying like the Lakers or whoever it is, the Suns. Like
Kyrie and I are dropping 80 together.
Yeah,
together
literally.
we're dropping 80.
But dude, it's crazy because I think people definitely question this trade, but nobody thought it. They literally just went from up here. They were the 5 seed all the way down here. They're outside looking in.
Yeah.
I hope, just as a basketball fan, I hope they do make it because that would just be fun to watch. But also as a Knicks fan, the Knicks have that first round pick. It's top 10 protected. So if it's between picks 11 and 14, the Knicks get that first round pick. Sure. But so or if they make the playoffs, the Knicks still get it. But yeah. I was kind of like, oh, maybe we'll get Victor, and then I realized it was protected. And then, but anyways, so yeah, as a Knicks fan, I definitely hope they keep losing. As a basketball fan, I want to see them in the playoffs. I want to see Kyrie and Luka. Like that just be fun.
Yeah.
That'd be.
I
want
to see Kyrie and Luka in the playoffs, but
I love watching Kyrie play too. It's tough.
Well, they have a chance. I mean, they're really only one game away from
OKC.
OKC.
OKC's not helping their case. They keep dropping a bunch of games.
Yeah, they keep dropping close games and dropping games in general. So
it's gonna be crazy, man. Maybe
we
Chuck
can see
comes back
Mavericks slip in real quick. We can see the Mavericks play against the Denver Nuggets in the first round of playoffs.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like Denver, their depth and their
just think that is a better matchup in our head right now, rather than the Timberwolves and the Thunder playing them, right?
Yeah.
Or even, I mean, yeah, whoever loses.
I think the T-Wolves.
We still so realistically right now, right? Like we say, right now, if it ends. Let's just say realistically. Let's make sure that we're picking all the teams. Let's say it ends right now. Lakers, Pelicans. We take the Lakers, right? That means Pelicans go. They play whoever wins between the
winner
Thunder
of the 9-10
and Timberwolves. That goes.
I'd probably go
against the
T-Wolves.
Nuggets. I'd probably go.
Oh,
I forgot against your Pelicans.
I was gonna say. I think if Zion back. If Zion's not back, I go.
Is Jose Alvarado back?
I go. I think Anthony Edwards. I think T-Wolves.
Yeah.
And then T-Wolves, I think, give problems to the Nuggets. Nuggets probably win that series, no problem. But
see, but that's the thing. If the Mavericks make it into that mix, you're like
Denver's like their palms are sweaty, man.
Yeah, like they're a little like, ooh, what the heck? Oh, we gotta go against Kyrie and Luka.
Yeah.
Oh no,
because there's gonna be one game they each go for 40.
Oh yeah,
you know,
maybe even 50, 60 at that point because it's playoffs. But I mean,
but then what about on the flip though? So you got Miami, Atlanta.
I'm going Miami on that one because we know how to handle. We know how to handle.
Trae Young's been bad this year. I mean, I definitely go Miami, but.
So we win there. We go up against obviously the Celtics, and then what? Toronto versus Chicago, and then Hawks.
I'll probably go Toronto.
I'm gonna go Chicago.
Really?
I say they win it.
Pat Bev effect.
I say the Pat Bev effect.
You think they get that 8 spot?
I think the Pat Bev effect, but they've recently been balling.
No, they have.
They've been balling.
Do you think they
Levine
do you think they beat the Hawks in that other playing game?
I say the Chicago Bulls make it into the playoffs.
So
Easily.
if you're the Bucks, is that a sweep?
I think that's a sweep, or at least maybe
Chicago gets a game.
Bulls one
Maybe
game at
gentleman's
home.
sweep.
Yeah, just a little gentleman's sweep, but like, yeah, I say the Bulls with recent play. I'm
I
sorry
like
to say
that.
they against
I like
Toronto, but like Toronto hasn't really been making that much noise.
They were hot at one point after All-Star break, and then they just cooled off. But Van Vliet had 20 and 20 the other night.
Yeah.
But
solid
I
player.
go Toronto, but
And he's been in talks about leaving too, so you don't know. He might leave. Get
Van
out of
Vliet,
Toronto.
I mean,
but that's a good little performance right before you leave. But
yeah, true.
we love it.
But yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Hey,
man.
I'm telling you that Pat Bev effect, it works. I think it's been working.
So you're saying that? Say now. Chicago Bulls to the playoffs.
Chicago Bulls played Milwaukee Bucks in the playoffs.
All right, man.
I'll
I'll
lock
say.
that in.
Well, not that it's a hot take, but the Timberwolves are going to be in the playoffs too. That's what I'll say in the West.
You say the Timberwolves. You're gonna lock that in. Timberwolves will make the
will
playoffs.
Yeah. Even I'm saying whether it's they get the 7th seed or they get in the
Even
plan.
if the Mavericks slip in,
T-Wolves are going to be in the playoffs.
T-Wolves. So he's okay. Interesting.
They're going to be either a 7 or 8 seed. Theoretically, I mean they could get up to that 6th spot, but
yeah,
you know,
crazy.
T-Wolves are. I like what I see. I think Anthony Edwards is. I think he's the guy. I think he's that guy.
Anthony Edwards was that guy.
And Mike Conley, very
I like
underrated
that, man.
pickup. Mike Conley's like, I think he fits better with the T-Wolves than D'Lo.
From the Ohio State University.
Yeah,
I love
he
that.
just gets the ball where it has to go.
Hey, man, that guy got...
Yeah.
Hey, but that's funny that we brought Michael Conley because, I mean, we just had a national championship just ground. He did go to a national championship.
Mike Conley?
With Ohio State with Greg Oden.
Oh, wow.
So,
They lost?
Yeah. Oh,
Huh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but, nice little congrats to UConn.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to Kemba Walker. We got to do all the NBA
Jeremy
shout-outs.
Lamb.
Jeremy Lamb. Andre Drummond. Those guys celebrating UConn
Shabazz Napier, man.
Shabazz Napier. Shabazz. I don't even say that name. I'm so upset.
Yeah, man. Miami Heat.
I was so ecstatic when we got him.
LeBron was too. I remember I was watching the
Oh,
draft
my
and LeBron was like, give me Shabazz Napier.
They won the national championship too during
Yeah.
that time, and Shabazz Napier was that guy.
Just didn't work out, man. But
Because that was like another thing. We never had like a really good point guard in a long time. Since,
Mario
like,
Chalmers, man.
Tim. I love you, Rio, but no. Sorry. Love you, Rio, but you weren't. If you were Kansas Jayhawk Rio, sure. But you weren't Kansas Jayhawk Rio, so.
yeah.
But, yeah. I mean, oof. But yeah, no, congrats to UConn, even though I wanted a Florida national championship.
You went over 2.
Dang, man.
Hey, Final Four though. Be proud.
So, oh yeah, I'm very proud.
Yeah.
Our girls made it to Elite 8 in Miami. That was awesome.
What's it called?
My beautiful Cavender twins.
Oh.
But
And
then shout out to the LSU though.
Nah.
Shout out LSU winning it.
I didn't like that. I didn't like how that whole thing went down. You liked it?
I don't really care for it. I think it's
stupid.
I just say if it would be a different story. But it'd be guys just talking. I'm just saying. All I'm saying is,
my only thing is, Caitlin Clark didn't, when she did that face taunt, whatever, she didn't go up to the other team and start chasing them around the court where like Angel Reese did. Like she was literally chasing her.
I love my girl.
Caitlin Clark lives rent free.
Angel Reese is a baller. Love her.
She's not even like that, bro.
No, she is, bro.
I watched, she's not that good. She's not that good. She's not skilled. She's just taller and lengthier than everybody.
Bro. I don't know what
She missed like a bunch of like easy shots. She just gets a rebound. She's taller than everybody.
How tall is she? Was she 6?
She's. I have to double check that.
She's like 6'8", 6'9", I think. She's. I don't know what she's saying.
Is she that tall? Wow. She is 6'3". You're a little ahead of yourself, man. 6'7". Was she LeBron?
6'7". Golly, what am I thinking? Them cameras do work with them.
Yeah.
Golly, 6'3". She's 6'3".
Yeah, according to Google.
What? I thought. What in the world? Dang. 6'3". She's taller than everybody.
That's what I'm saying, man.
What happened to? Oh my lord! Because what? How much tall is Brittany Grice? 6'8", 6'9"?
She's like 6'7", 6'8".
I thought she was 6'9". So,
Probably no. Yeah, you might be right.
Because isn't one of the best
6'9".
6'9"? Because isn't Liz Cambage? Remember Liz? You know Liz
Cambage. Yeah, play for the Aces.
Yeah, isn't she like 6'9", 6'8"? And she's a beast.
6'9".
She's 6'9". Okay.
Wow. Yeah, you had it right, man.
Reese is not. I thought. See, that's who I was kind of comparing because I thought she was that tall. I was kind of comparing her to them in a way because they're big and
6'3" short compared to that. Wow.
I know. That's why I was like, dang, that's 6'3".
That's it, bro.
But you know who else I liked on the LSU team is Morris. She was 45.
Oh yeah.
She's good with the ball.
No, LSU definitely
pull-up
they
game was
were the better
crazy.
team. They played really well. Like I can't even deny that. I just didn't like the tactics. But hey, man, they're national champions, so respect it.
Respect. I love it.
But it was fun to watch, though, for sure. So as a basketball fan, I'm all for the taunting and whatnot. Just let's keep it respectful sometimes. But hey, it's all good.
True. Well, I mean, she didn't do that to Miami, so.
Yeah, that's true. She could.
What's up, Angel? What's up, Angel Reese? You didn't do that to Miami.
She ain't doing
You didn't do that to Miami. You didn't do that to the Miami people because you know what's up.
She knows what's up, man.
But
hey, man.
But no. Shout out to the national championships in both men and women's. That's awesome. I think each team deserve what they got, and that's awesome. I mean, we saw we're seeing some future NBA, WNBA players, so it's awesome to see that. And for furthermore, we'll see what goes on.
For sure, man.
Going on. Hopefully, because Caitlin Clark's staying another year.
Yeah, she's a junior, so she can stay another year.
She can.
Yeah, like you can declare after your junior.
Oh well, yeah, but I think
she'll probably come back. The NIL deal, and whatnot.
Yeah,
she'll be back.
But she could have left even as a freshman, right? Or is that
women's? You have to be a junior.
Dang, for real?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
For real.
Dang. You know what I got asked this weekend actually about the whole LSU thing and the whole thing is they thought Angel Reese was a freshman.
She's sophomore.
I thought she played 2 years at Maryland. So she'd be a junior?
She's a junior? I thought she was a sophomore.
She played 2 years at Maryland. Because that's another thing why I said, like, I'm glad that, like, she made it to the top and, like, she's, like, a baller now. Because she was a baller on Maryland, but, like, no one knew who she was.
So I think
20,
she's a sophomore. Let me look.
Well, it depends. Because, I mean, you joined college at 18.
Yeah, because I don't know how it works. Like, how if she's a red shirt,
maybe the college credits don't add up correctly.
Yeah. You never know with that stuff, man.
But besides all that, I mean...
She's sophomore. But
sophomore? Yeah. I don't know. One more year for her, I guess, too. So I think she can go for a second year. She'll go for a second natty next year.
She might, man. But West Virginia, Mountaineers are going to be taking that next year.
True. You're right. You're absolutely right.
For sure.
Hey, actually, shout out to the men's. We got Kerr.
Oh, I saw the guy from Arizona. Yeah, he led the Pac-12 in assists. Definitely good pickup, man.
Yeah, really good pickup. I like it.
With Joe Toussaint, that back with Seth Wilson.
There you go. He's gonna set up our big men really well.
Yeah,
really good.
It's gonna be. I'm
He's
excited.
Really good 3-point shooter too.
Yeah,
kind of.
Hey, low key, West Virginia natty season. They're gonna get a ring, maybe. We'll live in the we'll hope, man.
We'll live in Wonderland. We'll love it.
We'll never know.
We'll never know, but we are very hopeful. I say we at least go to the big dance next year.
Oh,
again.
for sure.
Anything
below that would be a letdown.
A letdown, yeah. I think we definitely make the big dance next year. Hopefully,
for Shoski.
I say we finish top
25.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Maybe. I was gonna say something in our conference. We finish at least top. How many teams are
12?
12. I thought these teams moving are confusing me everything.
It might be 10. We have 10. Big 10.
There's so many teams moving now in almost every sport.
Oh yeah, because we're adding teams, so I don't know. It's probably it could be 10, it could be 12.
10, 12. Let's just say it's 12 because it's a big 12, right? So I say out of the 12 that we have in the conference, we finish top 6.
I like that.
Year.
I think that's fair.
Next year.
I'm with that.
Nice little predictions for you.
We'll bring this back.
Way too early. These are the way too early college predictions for
for sure. We'll bring this back though,
for Mountaineer because we gotta do that. But hey, man, good episode.
For sure, man.
Good episode. Came in with a little work, but hey, we are in the end game. 3 games left. Pay attention to basketball. Pay attention to the NBA. College basketball's done. Hopefully your team's made it as far as they could. Hopefully, if you're a UConn fan, you're happy for the Huskies. I mean, it's been how many years since they won?
3, maybe 2.
2 years,
something like that. Because I know it's Baylor, South Carolina.
Yeah. So, but definitely shout out to those national championships. And for everything else, man. Socials.
Yeah. I'm glad I didn't forget, but thanks for reminding me. But yeah, we're out on all platforms at Hoopin with Mike and Brian. We're also out on YouTube at Hoopin with Mike and Brian as well. We're out on Instagram and TikTok at Hoopin.MB and also on Twitter at Hoopin_MB. And feel free to send us in the DMs or just
reach out any way you can to one of us to, any preferences or what you'd like to see from us. We got big things coming the way. Next time you see us or you hear from us, playoff seedings might be finalized. So we got a special for that coming out along the way, but stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Stay supporting. And stay hooping.